Yes, sir. We live tonight, Monday night, y'all. We are 19 days. You see it in the title tonight. We're 19 days away, man. And tonight is all about our hot takes, our bold predictions for the 23 season. Man, it is going to be so much fun. It feels like we've been out for a minute. Last Friday, we didn't get a chop it up Friday in, but again, we back at it full force.
Back.
We have tonight. Then we got Wednesday, and then we got a great Chop It Up Friday episode this week. We had to push pause on the Dante Thornton video. However, it's coming. Just know the show with Dante Thornton is on the way. But I'm just telling y'all right now, man, what a great show we have in store tonight. Hot takes and bold predictions. Your boy Ruck
I'm excited.
is here. Hey, your boy Ruck's here, joined by the boy Turner. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's straight up Tennessee, baby. Welcome to the Monday Rundown. Let's go.
From 40, on the way, a knuckleball. He got it!
Hot takes and bold predictions. It's episode 15. Welcome to the live show tonight. My guy Turns in the building. It's your boy Ruck right now, man. If y'all are listening and watching right now on YouTube, thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification right now so you never miss an episode. Also, man, if you really rocking with us heavy, go ahead and join the channel. As low as 99 cents a month. Doesn't cost anything. You wouldn't even notice it was coming out of your account from all the McDoubles you be eating. But go ahead, join the channel. Man, the boy Dylan. Man, let's start the show off right. The boy Dylan Elam right here for the super chat $4.99. The best intro on YouTube. What's good, fella? What up,
What
D?
is good, Dylan?
Glad to have you tonight, my guy. We got some hot takes. I know you're gonna have something to say, so very excited for tonight's show. Obviously, man, it's a live show tonight, so everybody that's listening on Tuesday now on Apple and Spotify podcasts, thank you guys so much for always staying locked in with the boys from Straight Up Tennessee. Continue to rate this thing 5 stars and let the people know that they need to be listening to Straight Up Tennessee, baby. Today, I was super curious. I was like, man, what happens when you type in Straight Up Tennessee on Google? And we pop up. Like, we the first thing that pop up. So it shows you that, like, the SEO works, right? Pretty dope. It's pretty dope, man. So super excited for tonight's show, man. Before we get into tonight's show, just an update on what's happening this week for the Vols. Today was an off day. A lot of meetings, team preparation. This is a big week. On Wednesday is the final scrimmage of fall camp before they get into, obviously, the last week of fall camp. And then think about it this way. You got a scrimmage this Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
You got next week, which is the last week of fall camp. And then it's game week.
Game week, man. Feels good. I think what hit me, this might sound weird. What hit me is like, okay, Tennessee football is here, is when high school football starts back this Friday. Right. So it's like, that's usually what happens first. It's like,
it's always football, 2 weeks before.
Yeah, high school football starts, and then you're like, when high school football starts, it's like, okay, I'm about to be locked in for the next 6 months.
Literally. And so, bro, can you believe in 2 weeks, today, in 2 weeks, we will do our first ever Who Is series video live. Who is Virginia? Bro, what? It's here. I can't wait for those shows. If y'all haven't been rocking with the channel for a long time, what we do when game week gets here, like, we really get it's a whole lot it's already fun to talk about it now, but it's so much more fun once game week is here because, man, we get to link up with other teams, podcast hosts that do a lot of the things that we do. We link up with them. We bring friends on that are friends of other teams. As you can already know, when we play Kentucky, that boy Lance Asher will be live with us on the Monday Rundown. When we play Alabama, my big bro Stephen Cawley, massive Alabama fan since I can remember, he'll be on the show. And so much more. So this year we're trying to expand our reach with that and reach out to more people and get them on. Haven't had any luck right now with finding somebody that is a Virginia fan. And I mean, I couldn't blame them. They are pitiful. But
I mean, when you're selling tickets at your local Costco,
I mean, I guess it's good marketing, but I don't know.
I
I don't know.
guess.
I don't know. Y'all must just be doo doo boo boo. It's like, oh, mom, while I'm getting my rotisserie, let me get some tickets. I don't know, bro. But if y'all haven't been along for the journey, like I was explaining, Mondays starting on the 28th, August 28th, that's a Monday. That'll be our first Who Is of the year. So it'll be Who Is Virginia. We take Tuesday off. We come back on Wednesday with a show, the midweek chat. This is where we really kind of dive into all of the scrimmage notes. I mean, not scrimmage notes, but practice notes. We'll dive into more of the videos of the week. You know, Josh Heupel meets with the media on Mondays. Then the player interviews happen that day. A little bit happens on Tuesday. And so we get all of that information and put out the midweek chat on Wednesdays. And then lastly, on Fridays, we get the One More Day episode. And this is where we give Monday, we give our initial score predictions and, you know, keys to the game, stuff that we think. Friday is when everything always changes. Like as the game get closer, Turner changes his score probably 7 times. Like he'll be like Virginia, he'll be like first, like when we talk about it in 2 weeks, he'll be like, man, we're gonna win 50-3. And then he'll be like, man, you know, they said their defense is good, but so I think we go 55-3. Just because
Man.
their defense is good, like we're gonna score 5 more.
I want to go back. Now that you're saying that, man, I would love to go back and see what we projected that Bama score to be.
Dude, I know. I don't know. It was close like that, though.
I can't remember. I know it was close, but I can't remember what we projected.
I remember Stephen Cawley, like he said something like 41-40 Bama.
Bama. Yeah, I know he picked Bama.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty sure I said something like 34-35.
I can't remember.
I couldn't remember.
I feel like I was up there.
Maybe we'll clip it. Maybe we'll clip it and we'll show it on Wednesday show.
That's a vet.
But man, let's dive in today, bro. But like I said, though, we do the one more day episode, and then depending on the time of the game, the beauty of the Virginia game is right after the Virginia game, I'm going to the game here in Nashville. But right after the game, as I'm going back to the car or however it works, we will literally go live after the game because it's early. It's an early game. But if it's a night game, we'll get the next day episode out on Sundays. So it's gonna be a loaded fall, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. If anybody right now listening, watching, if anybody has a parking pass,
please,
can you please just shoot us a message, comment on the page, please.
Woo, please.
We got some straight up Tennessee tailgates planned and no parking pass right now.
People are tripping.
People want more than I paid for my season tickets on a parking pass right now. So if anyone wants to help us out, we will give you a free orange membership to the channel.
Whatever you want.
Dude, you see this? You see the shirt Turner has on? I don't have mine on. You can have it. You can have straight up Tennessee tee. You can have a hoodie. You can have whatever. You can have my Tennessee Nike right now. You can have it off your But let's dive in today, man. Very excited for this. So we're going straight in with all the hot takes and bold predictions that we have for the year. You see that? Almost all the home games are close to sold out. Yeah, I noticed that today too, Dylan. I got season tickets. Turner has season tickets. We were like just curious to see like what's happening. You can't even get on all Vols anymore and see any games. Like it's not a thing. Like you can't even do it. And so that's where we are right now as Tennessee. So it's a good time to be a Vol. So, Turn. Let's just start the top of the show right here like this, man. There are a lot of people sleeping on Tennessee. The obvious group is the AP.
Number 12 today.
Tennessee lands at 12 today, and 3 teams that Tennessee beat are ahead of them. Alabama, LSU, and Clemson are all ahead of Tennessee in the AP poll, preseason AP poll. So I don't know. I don't know. Hot take here about that AP poll. It's absolutely garbage. Nothing about it makes me say, they got this right.
100%.
Like nothing. I mean, Tennessee, okay, I'm cool with being 12, but I'm not cool with where everybody else is positioned above us. Like it just doesn't make a ton of sense to me.
No, LSU's at 5. Clemson's at 9. Washington is at 10 above us.
Yep.
And Texas as well.
And the only reason I can even understand why they put Tennessee at 12 is because the national media thinks that we have lost our entire team with the production of Jalen Hyatt, the production of Hendon Hooker, Cedric Tillman. People think, well, Tennessee has lost everything that they had, and so they're not.
Here's the thing I don't get, and we even talked about this, and I don't know if it was last show or the show before. Like Clemson is at 9. I know it's not a big jump, 9 to 12, whatever, but Clemson's 9. We're 12. Everybody, like you said, everybody's saying we lost everybody. This number 12 AP poll Tennessee team is the number 12 team that played Clemson last year.
Right.
The exact
It's the
same
same
team.
exact
Jalen
team.
Hyatt didn't play. Hendon Hooker didn't play. Minus
Cedric
2 offensive
Tillman
linemen.
didn't play.
Literally, minus 2 offensive linemen.
That's what I'm saying.
And that quarterback that played for Clemson last year, again, the Orange Bowl, he's going to be the starter again this year.
Yeah, he's a starter.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. And why Florida State's up there, I don't get it either.
Hot take. Facts.
I would agree too. I mean,
I 100% agree with you. If you can't see this on Apple or Spotify, it says Dylan pops in and says, I'd argue we got better from last year. It's true. I mean, let's talk about this. You didn't just get better at one position, right? You have a guy in Joe Milton who's been in here. Adrian, what's up, man? What's up? You have a guy in Joe Milton who's been here now 2 full years. This is year 3. He fully understands the concept. He fully understands. Yo, we got to give a major shout out right now. Adrian's been a member of the channel for a month now. Shout out to you, my boy. Adrian. Shout out to you. But my thing is, you've got a scary year 3 type of situation with Joe Milton right now, because now he's positioned himself in a way to where the confidence is through the roof, but also the actual attributes of what he's been able to do, not just in scrimmages, but in the Orange Bowl. It has now carried over into fall camp. And what I hope we see on September 2nd is an absolute monster of a quarterback in Joe Milton. Then you, at running back, you didn't lose anybody. At receiver, yes, you lost your highest, your highest production in Jalen Hyatt. But let's be real. You added dogs, and you already had dogs. You still got Brew McCoy year 2, Ramel year 3, Squirrel year 2. You add in a transfer in Mr. Dante Big Mac Thornton himself from Oregon, who I think is poised to have a great year. But then tight end, it's like people are so worried about the depth at tight end, but there's dogs in the room, right? Like, we got to understand we got better, man.
We did get better, and everybody, I mean, everybody's more experienced. I mean, that's the way I look at it. You got defensive side of the ball, Kamal Hadden. I mean, we all can hate on Kamal Hadden, but Kamal Hadden, you told me earlier, look at the stats. Kamal Hadden's a dog.
He's a dog. Go look at the stats.
Yeah, and, Slaughter. I mean, like, who is new on the defense besides Pali? And Pali's played 4 years of college football, so, I mean, I think be all right.
The only newcomer other than Keenan, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
is Gabe Judy Lolly.
Judy Law, yeah. Ludi Judy
Um,
Lottie. Judy Lottie.
this man turned me like Gabe Ludi Lolly.
Ludi Lottie.
Hey, I swear, when he catch a pick or something, he gonna call me and be like, Ludi Lolly, Ludi Lolly,
I'm gonna have to find
Ludi
another
Lolly.
name. I'm gonna have to find another name for him.
You gonna call him GJL.
GJL. That's too many. That's too many. I need two.
You
JL.
know what? Just Gabe. Just Gabe. Hey, my name's Gabe.
Call
My
him
name's
Gabe.
Gabe. Hey, man, while I'm thinking about it, shout out to the man Adrian for the $5 super chat. Didn't even have to say anything. Didn't even say anything. He said, it's just free. Just $5 for free. We didn't do anything for it. Shout out to the boy Adrian, man, as always, my guy. But again, moving forward into this, you sold me something today when we were getting ready, just talking through it. Share with the people one of your bold predictions or hot takes for the 23 season.
Offense or defensive side of the ball?
It don't matter.
I got one for both. Offensive side of the ball, Jay Wright becomes RB1 at some point in the season. And I'm not saying because
Adrian's gonna love that. Adrian's gonna love that.
I'm not saying because of I don't mean because of a Jabari injury he's going to be RB1. I think he is legitimately going to be RB1. I think Jalen Wright has a standout year. I mean, I think all three of them are going to play good, but I think Jay Wright is going to be RB1.
Isn't it crazy though? Okay, yeah. I think Jay Wright's going to have an incredible year. He's poised to have like something crazy. Junior season, after what he did last year, the production, the growth, the development. I think now it's crazy that we've got these three guys still here, right? And we're going to have Cam Seldon sitting on the bench, just kind of learning. You know what I'm saying?
And the and the hometown boy from Carnes.
Oh yeah, Deshaun Bishop and Khalifa Keith.
Dude.
Bro, like the running back room is unbelievable.
Adrian said by week 3. What'd I say earlier on the phone? Week 4?
You said week 4. He said by week 4. So when we come back home and got UTSA, Jalen Wright's RB1. I can't say that I disagree. However, I do think a lot of people sleep on Bari. I think it's because of the injuries and everybody just can't trust that Bari will be there for 12 games, right? Like a little bit of you is kind of like, I want him to be, but I've seen Jalen Wright be healthy for an entire year. We haven't really seen Jabari do that well. And since he's been at Tennessee, again, I've said this, the only year that Jabari had a clean year was his freshman year. And that was a COVID year.
I mean, I've been wondering this too. I think they're all three gonna run the ball for sure. All three gonna split carries. I really think that. But I wonder if we use like Samson more as like a third down back. You know what I mean? Like in the passing game.
Maybe. I think you're gonna see. I think you're gonna see Dylan Sampson's production go up because if y'all haven't had the opportunity, man, a couple of weeks back, we got the opportunity to chop it up with D Samp. He's on the show. It's an hour-long show. It's fire. And I think he's going to see the field simply because of the leadership characteristics he brings. He's a sophomore, the only sophomore on what Tennessee's football program calls the Leadership Council. He's on. And you don't just get on that because of talent, bro. I'm sorry. He's a leader, and he's going to see the field. I don't know, man. I'd love to see Samp line up in the slot.
Facts.
Just put 2 running backs on the field. Put Jay Wright and Samp out there and just toy with people's head all the time.
It throw me for a loop. I wouldn't know what to do. But see, then at the same time, it's like, man, we got Dante Thornton and Squirrel.
I know.
So
what do you do when you have too many weapons? You just throw everybody the ball.
If you were short a slot, I could see it, but it's like, man, do you really put D Samp over Thornton or Squirrel?
I don't know.
Maybe depending on what you're doing. Maybe a squirrel or maybe a squirrel. Maybe a screen.
Dylan says, Small does everything good, but nothing great. Sampson and Wright are going to take snaps away from him. I think it's possible. I think it's possible. I think Jabari Small does a great job. And it's so kind of contradicting, but he does a good job of getting small. There's a clip of of a practice about a week ago where Jabari takes a handoff at the scrimmage and he just gets small in the hole. Like this hole is not big, but Jabari makes enough of a move to get through the hole and then explodes for 20. He does that very well. He knows his footwork is fantastic. His lower body strength is fantastic. And I think that the thing that Jabari brings to this team is that consistent. Like, if Bari touching the pill, it's no less than 4. He's getting 4 or 5 every time. And when Jay Wright touched the ball, he getting 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 every time. The thing with D Samp that's very, very, very intriguing is if he touches the ball, you're looking more like it's 20 or 30 just because of the speed.
I'm very anxious to see him from year 1 to year 2 too.
Like, what's that transition,
Yeah, like what is that like for real? What is that transition? Because I mean, you come in last year as a freshman and it's like, man, we all know Dylan Sampson's weakness last year is pass blocking.
Yeah.
We all know that. But I'm sure he's got better at that. But like just the progression from like, I don't know, you were talking about it earlier, the progression from year 1 Heupel to year 2 Heupel. I mean,
the play calling, just the everything. Oh man.
Woo!
Yeah, but let's pull this up.
Wow. That is some
Adrian says a bold prediction. Offense, Joe Milton will throw for 3,000 yards and rush for 800. Defense, Arion Carter will start by Alabama week. I don't disagree with the second one.
I don't know. Arion Carter going to get some playing time.
Here, everybody's putting out their bold predictions. Y'all ain't letting me talk, okay? So here's what I got. And because you said something about Joe Milton. Now, Adrian, you be saying some crazy stuff. Like 30,000 yards, that's a lot. Now, it can happen. It can happen because he's definitely going to be able to stretch the field more. But here's what I think. We're going to know by week 3. Follow me. Here's my bold prediction. By week 3, we're going to know if Joe Milton's going to be a Heisman finalist or not. Here's why. Week 1 and 2, it's a tune-up game. Joe should throw for 250, 300, both of those games. Maybe 350 before he gets pulled and we see Nico, right?
Yep.
Because I want to let everybody know this. There's no possible way that Nico Iamaleava doesn't see the field in garbage time this year. He has to play. Like the same reps that Joe got last year that everybody was like, oh, it's cool to see Joe and he's throwing all these touchdowns. No. He's still like Joe got in, and yes, it may have been garbage time, but he's still playing their ones. So he's still making good reads. You still got to be making great decisions with the football. You still have to go through your progressions. You still have to call the right plays and get the right play call in. And at the end of the day, make the right decision, right? Nico, as a freshman, this garbage time for him this year in these first 2 games, like we must be in garbage time these first 2 games because we do not know what can happen. You just don't know. I'm sorry. Like we can all hope that Joe plays 12 games and freaking rips it and just plays amazing every game, does his thing with no injury. But Nico Iamaleava has to play in garbage time, and he has to be productive in garbage time. Like I don't want to get to garbage time. Nico gets in and we're just running the ball. We've seen that Josh Heupel's not just going to run the ball. He has said out of his mouth, he said, those guys earn the right to play as well. We're going to throw the ball when Nico gets in the game. He needs it more than anything. But I truly believe if Joe Milton can go to the Swamp and do something that's not been done since 2003, and that's beat the Florida Gators. I don't care if they're good, bad, sad, if they dead Gators. I don't care. You beat Florida in the Swamp at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. Like, you beat them. And if he does it convincingly, he's already in the Heisman race. That's my bold prediction for the offensive side of football. 100%.
Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%.
You and Dylan, just to answer, because since we're talking about this right now, Dylan says right here, do you burn Nico's? 100%. I mean, here's why. Nico, once Nico starts, and Turner, you might be saying the same thing.
I think we are.
Once he starts, he's 2 years. He's 2 years and he's out. Like, he's just that type of generational talent. So I just really feel like Nico's gonna come in his sophomore year, get to work. He's gonna play his junior year, and he's gone.
I think Nico is it's like you just said, a generational talent. I think Nico is a guy that we haven't seen or that we haven't had. I don't know if I don't want to say ever, but we haven't had in Tennessee in a long time. Like he ain't no Hendon Hook. He ain't gonna be a Hendon Hooker 5th-year senior. He ain't gonna be no Joe Milton playing his 4th, 5th year. Like he's gonna come in next year, be the starter, play sophomore, junior season, and probably be out and probably go to the draft.
I mean, let's talk about this. When's the last time that Tennessee had and hear me fully, when's the last time that Tennessee has had a quarterback play 2 full seasons under the same head coach?
Full seasons? I
Full
can't.
seasons. The only one I can think of is Jarrett Garantano. That's it.
Yeah.
Him and Dobbs, like that's it. In the last 5 years, it's been JG. That's it. And so imagine if Hendon Hooker plays 2 full years. I know everybody's like, he came in game 2. That's not a full year. Hendon wasn't Hendon until we played, honestly, Alabama that year. Like,
well, and I know, and going off to like the Hendon thing, not playing all year. I know you prepare like knowing you're, even if you're second string, you prepare as if you're the starter.
yeah,
But you know good and well as I do playing sports growing up. If you know you're the starter, you're gonna have a lot different attitude than if you're the number 2 and you know you're gonna sit the bench unless something crazy happens and the 1 string gets hurt.
it is true. Like, you got to stay ready so you don't get ready, right? And I think Joe Milton did that very well last year, but you can just see the videos. You can see the practice highlights. You can see like this man, Joe Milton, is walking around with a different kind of swag, bro.
Facts.
When you are the guy, it's easier to understand, like, yo, I got the respect of my team, but also I can walk in here and be as confident as ever and show my swag a little bit. You know what I mean?
Going to defense, I think Arion Carter is going to be in the rotation week 1 because I think we're going to dog stomp the piss out of Virginia, and he's going to get a lot of PT that game.
I think a lot of those young guys would. I would be shocked to not see a lot of Joshua Josephs, a lot of Pierce, a whole lot of like David Hobbs, Jeremiah T-Lander. I think that those guys are going to get clocked against Virginia.
You just said his name. Super hot take right here. Bold prediction here. Defensive side of the ball. I told you this earlier. Joshua Josephs will lead the Tennessee Volunteers in sacks this year.
Man.
Hot take.
That's hot. It is true. I mean, it's not impossible. I mean, what, he had 2 last year and he didn't even play much.
And I know you've seen this man. If you haven't seen this man, comparison from last year to this year.
If y'all haven't seen Joshua Josephs,
boy ate something good.
This man looks like not just like he is like the definition of what they say when they say a boy to a man.
Yeah, like yes.
Bro looks like a straight dog, man. It's pretty awesome, actually. His transformation is really, really awesome because we knew that he gained weight. I think and I think honestly, if y'all haven't seen that update picture, I'm trying to pull it up, but I can't really find it right this second. But he went from like 222 to 236 or something like that.
And you can tell.
And you can tell.
He looks like a daggum dog.
He honestly looks like how BY did his junior year when he came in.
Yes.
And so it's like, oh my God, that is a scary sight. Scary, scary sight. All right, y'all, we got 9 minutes. We got to kind of I could sit here and talk about this for an hour. I really could. My defensive hot take is this. Warren Burrell will start at star and stay there for the entire year.
Okay.
Here's why. He's working a lot at the star position. If y'all guys don't know, Wesley Walker and Tamarion McDonald have both had some injuries plague them this fall camp. And so Warren Burrell's been working at star. And so I see Warren Burrell staying at star, man. I think the experience, man, it's the experience. And I don't care what anybody says. If y'all go and actually watch the tape on Warren Burrell, you will understand that he is not at fault for half of the times he's getting a reception caught in front of him. I just want y'all to go watch the actual film. I know everybody's like, "Oh my God, Burrell! Oh my God, Burrell!" No, 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 no. Just watch the defensive breakdowns and how many times he's having to find his zone and relocate with receivers when the zone breaks down and there's no man-to-man happening anywhere in the secondary. And then you're telling the guy that was playing cover 2, "Hey, dude, now you need to go play cover 3 because the zone is broken." It's just go watch the plays. I love film. And I watch football from a coach's standpoint, and I'm not even a coach, and I really don't want to be, but I probably should be because I know a lot about football, but I just don't have to. I just feel like I'd be too analytical, and people be like, "Man, you ain't fun to play with, Coach Ruck."
What about this one though? I'm gonna go ahead and say I agree with you 100%, Adrian.
You said that today,
Yeah,
bro. I said that today.
that's what you say. That
I
was you.
said something. Okay, so here's what I said today earlier. I
Because remember,
said,
no, what I was listening to Locked On today, and he was doing bold predictions, and one of his bold prediction was Dante Thornton will lead the wide receivers in receiving yards this year.
and mine was, I think that he will lead the room in receiving yards, but I
not
don't think
touchdowns.
that he'll score a lot of touchdowns. I think he'll have, like I said, 5, 6 touchdowns. I think he's the game breaker kind of guy. Like he gets open, and because of his length, man, Joe's like, "Hey, Dante's out there, and he's got a corner that's 6 foot on him. I'm just gonna throw it up." And he's gonna have a lot of catch go. Like he might beat the guy, but it might be a play that's broken down, and Joe just sees a guy deep and it's Dante, and he's like, "Man, I trust him. I'm just gonna throw it up." And I think a lot of those are gonna get to Dante this year. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope he leads the room and everything. But when you got a guy like Brew McCoy, who is such a dog and a possession guy, that you can throw a quick slant, you can throw a curl, you can throw an out route, and he's gonna catch the ball. I feel like Brew is the red zone nightmare for everybody all year.
Yeah, Brew is a third down nightmare too. On third
Yeah.
down, he's gonna get the ball.
I 100% agree with them, man. Throw those stuff up there, bro. I mean,
I
I
agree with
agree with
that. I
these guys.
think Beasley is gonna be a dog.
I think Aaron Beasley has all of the opportunity in the world to show that what he did in his production last year was not because Jeremy Banks was just not playing. Like, no, Beasley's just like that.
Yeah, and I don't think that. I mean, I think that could happen easy.
And I think he can win it too. I think Aaron Beasley is just a ball hawk. And I think it's because if y'all didn't know, like Beasley was not recruited as a linebacker. Like he was a safety in high school.
Yeah.
And he's still kind of built like a safety. Like if you really think about it, he's not big. He's like 225. I mean, me and Turner saw Aaron Beasley a couple months ago with no pads on. And I mean, like, if you saw him at West Town Mall, you would just be like, it's a normal guy.
But he's so fast and so physical.
So fast.
He knows how to use his speed too.
He
I think
does.
it's like you said, dude. He can get to the ball. It's like I always think back to that Clemson game, man, when he had that sack, dude. He
was
if
there.
If there's a hole for a second,
delayed blitzes, all of that, man, Aaron Beasley brings to the table. I know we did this earlier. We did this a couple of, Minka big. Yes, he's definitely built like Minka Fitzpatrick. Strong. And Mika still plays strong safety. So, but as we kind of wrap up the show tonight, man, y'all, this show's fire. I can't wait for Wednesday. We're going to continue this conversation. Obviously, there'll be some more press. The scrimmage would have happened on that day. We record Wednesday show on Tuesday nights. So Friday, man, we'll be talking a lot about the scrimmage and stuff. But as we kind of wrap the show up, we did a show maybe a month ago now, talking about the schedule and talking about wins and losses. Turner had us at one point, he had us 11-1. But I think we actually are 10-2 in Turner's schedule. Turner to beat that, to win that game that you had us losing to Georgia.
Yeah.
What does Tennessee have to do this year if they truly want to beat Georgia?
If they want to beat Georgia,
If Tennessee wants to beat Georgia legitimately, what has to happen?
I think it's one thing. You're just going to have to outscore them. I mean, I know that sounds like it's so cliche. Like, what does Tennessee have to do to beat Georgia? I mean, we got to outscore them. What is Georgia's strong? What is strong on Georgia's team? It's not the offense. Offense is going to be okay, but it's the defense. We all know that Georgia's defense is cold, and if we can just, yeah, I think the Georgia game. I'm with that. I think the Georgia game is going to be in the trenches. That's where we're going to have to win that one.
I 100% agree. I think my hot take for that is if you outdog the dogs, you win. And the beautiful thing is Neyland is going to be absolutely insane that night. And I'm declaring it's a night game. I'm declaring this. Hey, I'll take a 3:30 too. Cause
well, and I hate to say this. I don't hate to say this, and this would be so dope, but Dylan said it right here. If Tennessee, no, not that. Yeah, Neyland Stadium needs to be rocking. Alabama didn't know what hit them. It'll be rocking, and I can promise you this: if it's that type of game, it'll blow Alabama out of the water.
Oh, as far as energy in the
Yes.
stadium?
Yes. And I promise you, put this down in the book for whenever we do the day after the Georgia game. If we win that Georgia game, I will be on the field again, having another keepsake.
Hey, if
I
we
promise.
now this time I will rush the field and I'm taking a helmet. And I'm hoping
Hey.
we wear something crazy.
Since Duke if Duke can get away with Brew McCoy's helmet,
I'm getting a helmet. I'm getting a helmet, bro.
I don't care who's.
And I'm gonna be on this show like this. Oh, y'all, man, it's been the Monday rundown, y'all. What a crazy show it's been. Thank y'all so much for the love and the support. We love y'all, man. We love y'all so much. We'll be back on Wednesday for the midweek chat, continuing this conversation, man. It's such a good conversation. Can you believe by the time we get to Wednesday, it'll be 17 days until football time in Tennessee? At least take some turf. Ready. Hey, man, I'm gonna sell some grass, bro. They were selling grass on eBay. Okay, let's be real. They were selling grass from the Tennessee Alabama game on eBay. Lord have mercy. But y'all,
I'll find something. I don't know what it is, but I'm
getting a helmet, bro. I'm telling y'all. Hey, I might go mess around, go to the locker room and get a real one of these.
Bro, you know, be tough.
Bro, what if I took the real one? Oh, that's lit.
Man, you know, it'd be tough if we ran into somebody like that we'd had on the show.
Like Sam.
Hey, bro, these. Let me
get. Can I have your gloves? I love you. Yo, man, listen, we love y'all so much, man. It has been the Monday rundown. We can't wait to be back on Wednesday, continuing this conversation and getting into all the player interviews. We love y'all, man. We'll see y'all back on Wednesday. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy Ruck. For my guy Term, it's straight up Tennessee, baby. We'll see you on Wednesday. We out.